All right, Dr. Mike, we are live after 1 week of technical difficulties and
Yes.
one vacation week. We are back.
Awesome. We're ready to roll. What do we got?
All right, so there's another incredible article that you forwarded to me from Dr. David Jockers, chiropractor and functional medicine doc out of Georgia, I believe near Atlanta. Um, Maybe one of just the best emails I've ever seen on brain health. It had a fancy title like brain health and autophagy. Autophagy is just basically your cells cleaning themselves out. But the tips for the brain and brain health was just amazing. So we thought that we would just go over some of those today.
Absolutely. So the first one, which again, and some of these things you're going to be like, okay, yep, get it. But first one is prioritizing restorative sleep. So that's actually getting sleep that helps rejuvenate you, not just sleep, because not all sleep is created equal. Just like when we talk to patients about not all supplements are created equal, not all sleep is equal. So you really have to have that balance of restorative sleep versus light sleep. What do you want to say about that?
Yeah, a couple of things. One, when we like just like you said, when we go through this list, Mike, it amazes me when you think about just overall health, almost for any topic you could think about, it's always the same stuff with a couple nuances and a couple biohacks, but it's
Yep.
always the same, whether it's your brain, whether it's your heart, whether it's athletic performance. It's amazing. And the other thing I want to say about restorative sleep is, and I know you listen to this podcast, and I'm halfway through. Uh, Huberman Lab just released another full like 2 hour
Yep.
podcast
Yep.
on sleep. It was just utterly amazing. So, quick things on sleep. Get out early, get some sun on your face first thing in the morning. Don't drink caffeine after 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yep.
Watch, don't go to bed with a full stomach. And then, but if you really want more specifics, we've done things about sleep before, and I would definitely listen to the podcast. That'd be Huberman Lab for sure.
Yeah, he's done a great job in all the years that I've been listening to podcasts, and it is quite a few years. He has really come up with some things that I've never heard of before and implement them as well. So, getting that sunlight first thing in the morning is really, really important. Sleep hygiene, as we know, is extremely important. I've introduced inositol. Is that it?
I know Satol.
Inositol. Yeah, that has worked phenomenally well. That's been the biggest game changer. I've cycled in and out of a bunch of things, but that one right there is a game changer. Highly recommend it.
All right.
Cool.
Next one is keep stress under control. I mean, stress is damaging. It's one of the big root causes of all disease. You got to find what works for you, whether that's exercise, meditation, chiropractic, acupuncture.
Yeah,
I don't know anything else for stress.
yeah. Like you said,
Therapy.
yeah. It's just being in the moment. Really important not to forward think so much and get anxiety about it, not to look back at the past and get depressed about it. There is a lot out there that helps people with these types of things. Again, you could check Huberman Lab has had some amazing podcasts on anxiety, depression, and stress. Good one.
Okay. Get into ketosis. So I look at this, Mike, as get into ketosis cyclically, meaning be in ketosis sometimes and not be in ketosis sometime. And that's a really good way to clean out your cells or create that autophagy where your cells self clean.
Yeah, there are some people who believe that you should be in ketosis all the time. I'm not one of those. I think we should cycle in and out of ketosis. In trying to live an ancestral lifestyle, especially as it pertains to food. our ancestors had a window of 3 months, 4 months maybe during the summer where they would eat sweets, and it was fruit or honey, and that was it. So ketosis, I think, is great. I can do it and be rock solid for a good 6, 8 weeks, but you definitely feel dramatically better. That's all I got in me for ketosis, so it is harder for me to stay in it.
Yep, yep. If someone joins us midstream, remember we're talking. These are tips for a healthy brain, just to remind people.
Sure.
Yep. Intermittent fasting, you and I both practice that. He actually has a diagram of all the different types of intermittent fasting. I thought those were interesting. I apparently do brunch intermittent fasting because I have my first meal at like 10, a very small snack meal at about 10 o'clock every single day, and then have my last meal around 7. I think you go to about 12 or 1, right, Mike, on a daily
Yeah.
basis?
Almost every day, my first meal's at 1, and then last finish up eating by 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Extended fasting has tremendous benefits, but that's something that you want to work with somebody that really knows what they're doing. Extended fast could mean extended water fasts, but you need to work with a professional when you're talking about extended fasts for sure.
Yep.
Next,
Next one. Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
I was going to
Yep.
say a no brainer. I'll mention and you could talk about it. Is consume nutrient dense foods.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's just a no brainer, right?
Yeah.
Empty calories do nothing for us, let
Yep.
alone do nothing for your brain. And nutrient dense foods are all your cruciferous vegetables, all your fruits, all your healthy meats, including grass fed
Yep.
meats and pasture raised meat and wild caught fish. These nutrient dense organ meats, if you could tolerate them, or different types of organ supplements. Despite what anybody wants to tell you, that the most nutrient dense food on the planet is liver, no matter what people want, and you could not like it and really disdain it, but it is the most nutrient dense food on the planet per calorie per ounce for sure.
Yeah. I got nothing to add to that.
Mike, we both exercise nearly every day, 5, 6, sometimes 7 days a week, in different ways, from weightlifting to mobility work to running. Um, Exercise, Mike. I think we're on the same thing. You have to find and do something that you enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Regular exercise is an absolute must. There's nothing, you can't supplement your way out of it. There's no pill for it. You have to put in the work. You really have to put in the work. So, and when you get into your 40s and 50s, you're just trying to maintain. You're not, most people aren't trying to build more muscle. They're maintaining their muscle mass. So regular exercise is a must.
I use heat therapy as some sort of sauna, right? Like infrared sauna, would you say, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely. Yep.
there are things called heat shock proteins when you're in a infrared sauna or different types of sauna. It's one of those things that have stood the test of time for thousands and thousands of years in all different cultures. So heat therapy it can be a very, very powerful um, nootropic for your brain for sure. Same thing with cold therapy. Mike, what are the different types of cold therapy, would you say?
Oh God, there's so many different things. There's oh there obviously lowest hanging fruit is just cold shower. That works for 9 months out of the year here in the Northeast. During the summer, there you can't get the water cold enough.
No.
Ice baths work really well. Cryotherapy is phenomenal. That is minus 270 degrees for 3 minutes. That has amazing health benefits.
Yep. Arctic cryo in Bayonne, right? If you wanted
Yeah,
to find some place in Bayonne for sure.
absolutely. Yeah.
Remember, we're talking about brain health, so use autophagy enhancing herbs. Remember, autophagy is a process where your cells self clean themselves, get rid of old organelles and debris, and just become healthier. And herbs that do that are turmeric, blueberry, oregano, green tea, ginger. These things help fasting. They help autophagy. They're very strong and potent antioxidants. Some of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet.
Absolutely. Really, really important, especially if you have any type of concussion. Of course, see your trained healthcare professional, but autophagy is really important in concussion protocol and in getting well from concussion.
Consider red light therapy. Red light therapy is something that I do 20 minutes every single day. Juve has great panels, but there's a multitude of different type of red light therapy.
More and more so, you're seeing red light companies come out, bringing down the cost into a more reasonable range. Because I think even a small Juve is what, 200-300.
Yep, and
Yeah.
they're definitely more reasonable ones. And there's a lot of places where you can get reviews on which is a better one, which is more powerful.
Yep.
But Juve is probably the most extensive company, but there are definitely other ones as well. Final
Absolutely.
one that I've never tried, Mike, maybe you have before, is hyperbaric oxygen therapy.
No, I've never tried it. There is actually nowhere close to the house that has it, or else I would have ventured over. There's one; it's like an hour and a half away. But basically, you're in a tube, if I understand it
Mm-hmm.
correctly. That it's hyperbaric oxygen, which has great results with brain health.
Right
Really
now,
helps people.
and wound health too. I mean, there's a lot of
Wound health,
benefits.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
But so these are like these you could take these and apply them to your life. And most of them are very available. Maybe not the red light therapy, maybe not the hyperbaric oxygen.
yeah,
Cold therapy is pretty easy. Heat
yeah.
therapy may be a little harder, but everything else is available, easy to do, and something that you should practice basically every day.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, Mike, we're ready to go. We're open 3 to 6, full
All right,
staff.
guys. Have a great one.
Bye bye.